What up, YouTube Digital? This is a response to Lambdog and his 2012 first time of the year he nutted up. It was actually, you know what, man, I've seen your transformation in the last 2 months. And I know it was eating at you before, but I mean, it was really apparent in the last 2 months. And, you know, hey, there's too many ass clowns out there talking a bunch of bullshit. Like you said, 2 months out, 2 months out, 2 months out, 2 months out. You know, I don't even know what the latest Monty Graph, Von Helton bullshit. You can't keep up. But I mean, most of the 99.9% of the time these videos come out, you can debunk it within 5 seconds, or at least 5 minutes. I mean, literally, it's, you know, people will bring up terms that, you know, have been around for years because they've read it on some blog and they think it makes sense, when the blog is so full of fucking shit. It should be sold as fertilizer to weed growers, because that's the only use it's for. You know, it's pathetic. Not only is it pathetic, it's sad. It's sad that somebody has a mental, you know, I don't want to say the word, but defects enough to think that calamity is the only way, is the only outcome in this life or something. And that's sad. And I've been saying this over and over. People that get into this, my mom is like this, you know, and I tell her all the time, you know what, you're going to cause yourself to get cancer. And if you don't believe that, they're sadly mistaken. You can drive yourself into cancer. It's been proven over and over again. But she worries about everything. About everything. She's not into all this, you know, like the world's gonna end shit, but, you know, just everything else. But these people just keep going and going, and every 2 seconds it's the, you know, it's the next thing. You know, they'll read Kevin Tredul and go, oh, Claudio Silver will cure all, and then they, you know, they'll talk about the doctors that are backing it up, and then I'll go, well, wait a minute. I looked up those doctors in Kevin Tredul, and they not only are they disbarred now, or whatever, but they weren't doctors. They were chiropractors. They had no right giving medical advice. Oh, that's why they lost their license. Oh, but anyhoozle, yeah, I know, I love doing shit like that. But, you know, the sad thing is you know, a lot of the shit, the markets and everything, I'm not into it. I'm not smart, you know, like Robbie G or whatever. And I can debunk it. If I can debunk it, then they should be able to. Well, okay, well, never mind then. But there's so many smarter people, and nobody has come out with any, you know. No, we all know that the news would latch on to a good frickin' story like this if somebody could prove it. You know, Warren Buffett hasn't come out and talked about the NWO, you know, and all this other bullshit that people believe, and all this other crap. I mean, there's no proof. It's like Bigfoot. It's like the Yeti. And all this other bullshit that people want to believe. I've lived in the mountains for, I don't want to say my age, over 30 years, and guess what? I've lived in Bigfoot country, and I've never seen a fucking track of Bigfoot. I've never heard Bigfoot. I never smelt its stinky ass farts or anything else. You know, but in the area I lived in, there's thousands of sightings every fucking year, or not really every year, but, and it's always the same people. It's the same fucking people. It's like, come on. grow up. He's not there. I mean, as much as deforestation and all this other bullshit is up, there's not that many areas that are left in the Sierras that haven't been explored now. So yeah, he's not there. So, but you know, hey, maybe next year they'll find him, and I'm wrong. Then I'm wrong. My money's on them not finding him. I've seen plenty of bear, seen millions of deer. Never once seen Bigfoot or a Yeti or whatever else you want to fucking call them. Nor have I seen a flying saucer, nor have I seen a green alien with a long neck and long gangly arms and a weird two big black silvery eyes or anything else. And no, I was not kidnapped and anally probed by aliens. Why is it always anally? It's just, you know, it kind of makes you wonder. It's kind of like those people who show up in the emergency room with light bulbs shoved up their ass. But people also still fail, and this is the biggest thing. It's like Von Helton has 10,000 users. In reality, probably 5,000 of those are troll accounts fucking with him, and the rest are just Fruit Loops. But he thinks he's got this big, gigantic, huge. He thinks he's Alex Jones. You know, he's reaching the people like Alex Jones is. Alex Jones is probably got about the biggest of the freaks. And still, his audience is not that big. So, people need to realize that, yeah, maybe there's 100,000 people listen to Alex Jones faithfully. But there's 305 million people in the United States alone that don't give a fuck what he says. So 100,000 people are smarter than 305 million people. And out of the richest people that have earned their money, they're part of the 305. And why is it that the people that believe Alex Jones, most of them are lower income? I mean, it goes back to how shit was back in the Great Depression with the shysters and everything else, going around and making people believe because the soda bubbled, it was medicine, it was elixir, and all this other bullshit. Oh, you make moonshine, it's elixir, you fix everything. You know, the problem is, it's funny because Von Helton will call the 305 million people that don't believe him sheeple and all this other bullshit. But in fact, they are the sheeple. They are the ones that find their own little whatever sick, demented, Fruit Loopy nutcase to follow along, and they'll believe everything. They'll believe that there's some secret NWO and, you know, some secret fraternity of people who spank each other and they shove broomsticks up their ass or whatever else they do, and later on in life they call them favors because they fucked each other in the ass. You know, it's bullshit. You know, the thing where I work, I'm privy to a lot of information. I knew about the GM shit before people knew. I knew about a lot of bullshit that went around. Enron. I knew about Enron before Enron went public. Okay, I couldn't say anything because I could go to federal prison for it. And I can tell you this right now, there is no fucking, you know, big fucking deals going on. I deal with vice presidents and everything else. They don't tell me, shh, quiet and shred these papers. There's no fucking conspiracies. You know, companies get caught all the time making. Most of the time, the companies get caught doing something stupid. It's stupid mistakes done by middle management of dumb fucks that are trying to make a name of themselves, and they fuck up. And most of the time, you know, like if it's a non-white collar job, they're EPA style fines. You know, like I said before, Walmart having two different chemicals too close together, bullshit like that. Chemicals leaking outside their store, shit like that. But companies are not fined for a lot of stuff anymore because they don't need to be. Pepsi used to only be soda, and then somebody smart in Pepsi goes, you know what? We can't convince everybody to drink soda, so how are we going to get the other people that don't drink soda? Hey, let's buy a water company. Let's buy vitamin water. Let's buy Sobe. Let's buy Snapple. Let's buy this. Let's buy that. Go look at Wiki under Pepsi brands and see all the shit they bought. That's how a corporation fucks you. You want to know how? Right there. That's how they do it. That's the new way. They don't have to do shit illegal. My God, it's such... Weak minds come up with bullshit conspiracies. It's been proven over the history that you can go as far as back as you can go. Weak-minded people believe in bullshit. And the more they believe, the more they get sucked in, the more control their little fucking droney leaders get. You know, it's sad, it's sick, it's pathetic. If the world, I mean, the stupid thing is, if the world ends Armageddon style, the Bible was right. Hey, cool, we're all dead. There's nothing you're gonna do to stop it. We're all dead. Read the Bible. We're dead. You can anally impact a can of pork and beans and have an AK-47. It doesn't mean shit. You're dead. Okay? Same time as everybody else. I don't know what I got about this anally impacted bullshit today, but you know, all this crap is just, it's sick. It's sick to look at anymore. It's sad. It's sad to see people sucked into this stuff, and they think it's like, oh, the crop circles and the fucking, chemtrails and all this other bullshit. You know, it's like, oh my God. Why is it that you are so smart and you know something that nobody else in the world knows? You know, how did you become privy of such the fucking wonderful information that nobody else knows? Kevin Trudeau keeps going back and saying that the police want him in jail. You know, he's already been in jail before, but the police want him in jail because he's giving out all this information that hurts the pharmaceuticals and all that other bullshit. Nothing in his thing hurts the pharmaceuticals. Shit. Pharmaceuticals make the vitamins he talks about. Fucking idiots. But anywho, people want him in jail because he's a lying thief. He's always been a lying shyster thief. And that's all he'll ever will be. He cons people. He fucking completely lies in his book. It's just pathetic. It really is. He'll complain about... The funny thing is, he'll complain about fluoride, and then he'll tell people to get all this stuff, you know, to filter their shit 25 different ways, and by the time you got water, it's so fucking filtered, it's pointless. It doesn't have the shit in it that you need. He doesn't even understand there's fluorine that's natural in every body of water, naturally. And fluoride is just a derivative of it. It's a man-made, but it's just fucking funny. you know, people need to calm down and realize that since YouTube's been around, there's been 58,000 million predictions that the world's going to end, and none of them have come close. The world is not going to come under economic collapse and everything else. Fucking look at Greece. Even Greece isn't doing that bad. It was bullshit. It was media selling you shit. Even Russia today has changed their model. They're not as great as they used to be. They're force-feeding bullshit now too. If you can't figure out and filter the news, then I'm sorry for you. I really am. But, you know, if you do the research and you start going to blogs and all this other bullshit, stop. Go back. Because nowadays, blogs used to be the coolest thing. You know, I'll admit, I even thought about making one. But nowadays, most of them are shit. They're full of bullshit. They're full of fucking people like Monograph and Von Helton. The world's gonna end. Bunch of people that get their kids taken away from CPS, and you look behind them in their house and it's fucking destroyed. And I don't know why they took the kids away. That's pathetic. And you know, the sad thing is there's a lot of good people out there that, you know, are making videos to help people understand and help people, you know, be better prepared for elections coming up and everything else. And they have to compete, not really compete, but they have to, you know, sit there and keep putting their filters on so they don't have to deal with all this bullshit that keeps getting in the way of progress. You know, it's pretty sad. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, a lot of people on here need Prozac. Maybe YouTube should have a Prozac dispenser and click like some secret button on the page, and it pops out a Prozac.